Hello, I am Chief Elaine Bryant with the Columbus Division of Police. I want to talk about what has been said about our involvement in the Holi-Drag event that was canceled on Saturday morning. I, along with the officers in the department, stand fully with the LGBTQ+ community. No one should be intimidated, harassed, or threatened just because of who they are or whom they love. As a division, historically, we know there has been a disconnect between members of this community and our department. We have worked and will continue to work hard to build and strengthen those relationships. We strive to be inclusive and respectful. We have worked in close coordination with the LGBTQ+ community and have invested in significant resources to ensure that all events can take place peacefully and without disruption. We have helped develop safety plans for businesses, assisted other police agencies in their development of diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, and continue to conduct training in our police academy for all recruits before they go out and serve our residents. But we also don't just do this for our LGBTQ+ community. We don't condone violence upon any resident of this city for any reason. Everyone has the right to live their life free of hate and violence. If there are threats of harm or intimidation to any individual or group in this city, our officers will respond and take action. That brings me back to the Holi-Drag event that was scheduled for this past Saturday. While we've already issued a statement explaining what you may have originally heard about CPD's involvement was incorrect, we feel it important to fully detail our actions leading up to Saturday. When we were made aware of the intent of an extremist group known as the Proud Boys' plans to protest at the Holi-Drag event, we immediately began working in close coordination with the organizer of the event, Red Oak Community School, the host of the event, the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Columbus, and LGBTQ+ community leaders to ensure that a security plan was in place to allow the event to occur peacefully. On Friday, November 18th, one of our detectives and one of our officers met with both of these organizations regarding the concerns. During this meeting, a safety plan was developed where CPD officers would be outside the event in uniform and plainclothes officers would be present inside the church for any safety concerns. Throughout the next week and a half, conversations between the officers, the schools, the church, the neighbors, and the businesses in the area continued to take place. On Wednesday, November 30th, the Red Oak Community School indicated that they were working in coordination with an unnamed community safety organization to provide security to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Columbus during the event, and that plainclothes officers were no longer needed inside, but they felt comfortable with us having a presence outside of the church. The morning of the event, the officer was notified by the church that the event had been abruptly canceled due to a dispute that occurred late Friday evening between the event performers and the event organizers. We informed the church and the school that we would continue to be visibly present at the church and the surrounding neighborhood and would be prepared to respond to any potential threats or other illegal activity. Those resources included our bike patrol, counterterrorism unit, and our dialogue team. We fulfilled that promise. Our officers were there from the early morning hours to the completion of the event. We assisted people to their cars, made sure all attendees, regardless of their affiliation, remained safe, and patrol officers still remained in the area throughout the day. The dialogue team plays an important role in protecting the First Amendment rights of all residents and visitors to our city, regardless of their group affiliation. Their job is to attempt to establish relationships with all group leaders to facilitate a peaceful event for all parties involved. We had 8 dialogue team members on site that morning, and they were tasked with developing that open line of communication and rapport with both sides. A video has been shared online that shows one of our dialogue team members high-fiving a member of the Proud Boys. We understand how this looks and how this can make community members feel. However, this was not done to show solidarity, but an attempt to diffuse a tense situation. By establishing trust through direct communication, the dialogue team helped facilitate a peaceful protest that ended with 0 arrests, no uses of force, and no injuries for all parties involved. This team has been used 13 times at events since July 4th. We have spoken to the members of the dialogue team, and they will now use this video as a training tool so that they can be more aware of how actions are perceived by others when trying to build relationships. Again, the top priority of the Columbus Division of Police is to protect all residents of this city and make sure all community members are safe. We will not stand for extremist groups to come into this city and cause violence. We will always be present. We will always protect the right to protest, and we will always try and make sure free speech is exercised in a peaceful way. We are sorry to see this event canceled, but we will continue to support the LGBTQ+ community and all other residents moving forward.